All right, you guys. It's our Sunday show. We're off by about 10 minutes or so, but that's because we're doing some last minute configurations. So, what you doing there, Ash?
Just getting if anyone, or the code.
Sure.
So anyone can join.
Can I have that back? Because I had something else saved before you copied it. Thank you. Bear with me a second, you guys. Okay. So we're gonna give it a moment or two to get some
people on.
Yeah. Yay. So we got a few things going on. We will share with you here shortly.
A couple things we're actually really excited about. So
we did do some aliens today.
And got our asses handed to us.
Another glorious day in the Corps. Yep.
We got our asses handed.
Yeah. We got our butts handed to us.
Oh, we forgot to change that. It's still set up on aliens.
No, it's not.
Up on top.
Oh, you didn't edit the...
No.
Oh, good grief, Ashley. See? All right. Just a minute, you guys. Lack of communication.
Get off. Come on. There it goes. And hello, Tim. Keegan's on. Yeah, it just literally just destroyed us. We ended up just getting knocked. We had a good idea. Hello, Charles. About using the sentries, but
we just ended up using all your ammo.
But that's the problem. It's trying to keep them and trying to keep out of line of sight on where to put them, because that's the only thing. That's the first time we've ever used the sentry stuff, so we'll see. We'll have to redo one or something, so.
Well, it worked out. I mean, we all died, but it wasn't my fault this time, so.
You, sir, going down.
Yeah, but it wasn't my fault we died this time in the game. Well, hello there.
Oh, we got a couple of them.
Well, hello from Twitch. No, you can't be a depressed gamer. Any gamer that's gaming's not depressed. You're okay, man.
No, never depressed.
Yeah. But, interesting gamer tag. So hopefully you guys are doing good. We played Aliens, another glorious day in the Corps. And as far as that
Brian's
goes,
in as well.
Yeah, hey, Brian. Mini Wormut. What? Oh, Keegan. Hey, Wormut. Everybody's hopping in. That's cool. Well, sorry to hear your friend lost his passion for gaming, but, I'm not really... Don't know what you're referring to. But we do video games, board games, not so much card games, although there are people that play in our group, like Magic and those kind of games. So we do quite a bit, you guys there on Twitch, and we're a little different than some of the others. So that's all. And as you can see, the people in the chat there, they are
already harassing each other.
Yeah, we'll put the overlay up there if you want.
We can, at least for now.
If you're here to ask honest questions, that's cool. But if you're just kind of here to try to spoof the channel or do things like that, then that's not so cool. So, no, I don't have any advice for your friend. Yeah, we are a bit different, aren't we, Tim? This group is a little bit different. Yep, this is a therapy session for gamers.
What the hell, Keegan?
So, what?
I don't know.
Oh, you're listening to
No, I don't
do that.
I'm not trying to.
Yeah, this is a gamers therapy. So we're not licensed and we don't offer any professional advice, and we advise you not to listen to us. We're just here to have fun.
We are just chit-chatting.
That is our thing. We're just gamers, and we're just here to chit-chat with other gamers every Sunday. We have fun. We talk about things. So, yeah. So yeah, I'm not sure who Six Tragic is. That's why I think you guys are trying to spoof us. I'm thinking, but that's okay. Yeah, we're just trying to have fun. You're more than welcome to hang around. If you, I mean, you're on Twitch. The reason we went to Twitch is, I mean, we've done our share of video gaming, and sometimes you get tired of the lobbies. You get tired of people not wanting to game, and stay on an objective. Like I loved Call of Duty, and I've been playing it since it came out. But people don't want to work together. All they want to do is rack up their KD. So people like me who play certain objective-based games, it's kind of hard anymore. So we do a lot of, but
Keegan's comment.
yeah, Keegan's right. We're just vent chatting and plan for plastic annihilation.
Yeah,
and mostly schizophrenic. Not in a guild. I was in a clan for quite some time. I'm sure you heard of them, especially back in the day. If you've been around as LHR, they're pretty huge.
Yep. We got a couple of different ones that we're all in.
And we've been on just lately, the last year or so, we've kind of taken a break from video games. We're doing a lot of the miniature stuff. You don't got to deal with server lag or anything like that. And back in the day, I'm going to vent, because back in the day, people would work together. Now people will sit like you're playing domination. They'll just sit. They won't even try to capture the objective. They're just going to sit there for their KD. At the end of the game, they have all these kills. They don't even have objectives taken, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So it gets annoying to try to play those games and not.
No flying controllers.
No flying controllers, yeah. So that's what we do, you guys. I mean, we just kind of go all over the gaming spectrum, and
the KD farmers.
Yeah, the ones that are looking just to rack their KD is okay, but I look at it this way: like, I'm not playing because of my KD. If I like kill confirmed, I like I said, domination, things like that. She was really good at search, but you got people that don't want to team help out. You know what I mean? So. Or they're in there trying to help their friends, and that's just not what it's about. But those kind of games, I love. Been playing them since Atari, man.
You won't have Halo jumpers either.
Yeah, Halo jumpers, by the way, are fun. I like it, especially if they're.
I didn't like playing with you.
Playing Fortnite.
I refuse to play with
you. They get it in their Call of Duty, and they're doing all the jumping. It's kind of like skeet shooting. Poof! It's kind of fun. I get a kick out of that, but it is what it is. And if you guys are on Xbox Live, then we would game with just about anybody, really. Mm-hmm. As far as the Alien game goes, do you guys is this on Zoom? No. This gets broadcasted through Restream to our Facebook group and page, and it's here to YouTube. That's pretty much where we send it to those three for right now. And then we do some podcasts. So iHeartRadio, Spotify, you can find Gamers with Coffee there.
Yeah, so I believe we have to look into that. Something we've been busy with our little news that we're going to be doing in probably about 10 minutes. We'll try to get.
Yeah, in a few minutes we got something we want to show you guys. We're just kind of letting more people come on. Facebook page.
I'll get it.
Page is the Gamers with Coffee Facebook group and page. There's one of each.
Yep, I'll find it. I'll put it up in the chat.
So she'll put it in the chat for you if you'd like. You're more welcome to take a look. I mean, we're just looking for, gamers who just want a game and be a part of something friendly. We don't want, a lot of people out there they're out to cause havoc, and it's like, the rest of us gamers who game, we want a game. So.
All right, so there is the group.
Tragic. Thoughts on the upcoming alien invasion? My thoughts: every gamer in the world is waiting for an alien invasion or a zombie apocalypse.
Zombie.
So bring it on.
Let's go.
We live in Iowa. We're ready. We're good for that. We're okay. And Keegan, we could use Keegan in the chat there. Tragically, he might be used as point man or bait, I guess we would call it. But team player.
You're not supposed to tell him.
Team player.
Me and the kids already have a plan for him.
We played Aliens Another Glorious Day in the core earlier, which is, you like the Aliens franchise, you'd like that. No, outside of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Yeah.
I can't find the page. Hold on.
Because you gotta look under groups.
I know.
You can find the other people. There you go, right there.
No, this is the group.
That's fine.
I already shared the group one.
Oh.
Trying to find the page.
And Mini Warmut, Stalingrad arrived for you today. Nice. Nice. That's very cool. Yes, Tim Keegan was the bait. We were not supposed to sell him on the black market first. We were supposed to let him go out. Thanks, Keegan. I'm sure Mini Warmut's rolling in off his chair with that comment. So, yep. Come on, Keegan. Crystal offered us 20% on the insurance. Oh,
you're not supposed to say anything.
Okay, I won't.
Wow.
What, Ash?
You don't listen. Don't tell him what she's offered us.
Oh, what are you doing?
I'm trying to find the page. You're going to irritate me.
You're funny. Anyways, yeah. And it's 72 degrees out there. All right, Mini Warmut. I'm glad it's 72 degrees.
For Arizona, that's actually nice.
Yeah. Sometimes Arizona gets to be pretty hot.
Arizona gets just sucky. There's no way around it.
So Zombicide there, Keegan. Yeah. Just type it in.
Yeah, but I don't know if that will allow me to find it.
Oh no, you didn't get banned from Facebook again, did you?
I've never been banned from Facebook.
Oh, maybe that was Keegan. I don't know.
I've been banned from Xbox.
Yeah, that happens to everybody. Oh, okay. So, Schizophrenic, you're new. So, and I'm just waiting for a few of these others to show up here. So, everybody says, get your thing to do, right? So, a lot of people are doing a few other things. So, Mini Warmut and Tim, and you guys, Schizophrenic, Keegan. I was waiting for Charles. But, Mini Warmut, we had to do this. It's taken us about 2 weeks, but finally got set up a little bit last night. It's still kind of in the works, but we could go ahead and share it with you. So, are you ready?
Is this it?
All right.
Hold on, I think I found it. I found it! No, I didn't. Wait. Yes, I did.
Okay. Well, first, Ashley's going to share. And then
no. Okay, well,
wait a
that
minute,
works.
Ash, what are you doing?
What?
It won't. You're not, I don't think it'll.
I can paste it. There.
Oh. Let it come up.
I can't edit anything in there, but I can copy and do the page. I just took the URL.
Oh. Anyways, it's also in the header on our YouTube channel where you could click and we have the sites there like TikTok and Facebook and whatnot. Okay.
All right. Anyway.
So here's what we're doing, you guys. Because we're gamers with coffee, we went ahead and did this. I'm going to share the screen. We got us our own little Gamers with Coffee shop. Okay. So we would like you guys to support it or check it out. Go look and see, scroll down, see what you think of the website, click on the products and whatnot. And it is, drum roll. It's a coffee shop and it has tea for those of you who want to drink tea.
It's in the process.
And so it's taken about 2 weeks to build this, and we've looked into it for months. We kind of wanted to do something that was us, and since we're gamers with coffee, this kind of fits us. Now, are we going to get rich? I don't know. You don't make a whole lot doing it this way because when people order it, it's all taken care of by the suppliers. However, the suppliers we're using, they do it the day you order it. So in other words, it isn't sitting around. It's ground up and done when the order goes to them. So it should be, and from what we can understand, very fresh coffee. It's a discount of 10% if you just put in GWC 10. And there you go. You can do that. Well, I'm sorry, schizophrenic. There's tea there too. And we're going to add some other drinks because not everybody drinks coffee. Well, that's cool.
Wow, it's not even allowing it to pop up.
What? You can't share that, Ashley. No, because you're not the one on the admin side. So it blocked it. That's why I said I'm surprised it let you do that. So anyways, that's what we were doing, you guys. Let's see. How does it show on here? I'm going to scroll through.
That's fine.
Is it showing up on yours that I'm scrolling? Let's see. So when you go down to order, shipping, by the way, is free. Okay. So obviously you got, like, this just comes up, and it'll give you the details on it, the coffee.
That's a single pack, but yeah.
Yeah. So this is just your single servings, right? So that's, I don't know, about 80 cents a serving or something. So you can select what kind of grind you get. On this one, it's standard. But if you go back, let's see here. I know I got to view more. So there's all sorts of kinds, all right? You can select what you want. They are going to add up teas for us also.
And we're looking into adding hot chocolates and stuff like that.
Yeah, we're looking for hot chocolates and stuff like that. So that's what we're going to do.
Give me it.
What do you want? Yeah, she did. She took it away from me, Tim.
No, you took it from me.
Okay, but I need that.
Not right this second.
Here, so see, this is why we don't charge. We only ask that you pay attention because we're obviously dysfunctional to begin with. We don't have the free sample stuff that we know of as of yet, but that is something we've thought about. And
that's the shop.
We are looking at, like she said, adding hot chocolate. Tea is being incorporated. That'll be done the next day or two. And then you guys already know we have coffee mugs. I'm working on getting the coffee cups put over there too.
Now you can.
Then that will be our thing that we kind of want to do. And the goal is hopefully it brings enough in to pay on the streaming things we got going and get games to give away. And those of you who've hung around with us long enough know that's always been kind of what we wanted to do.
Yep.
Get it to where we can get games. Like Schizophrenic here doesn't know, but our goal is we already work. So if we get income coming in, it helps to pay for the services and then get some games. We could review the games and then give the games out, like give them away back to the members. So that's kind of what we want to do and take it from there.
Yeah. When we first started Gamers with Coffee, we were doing it quite a bit and it got a little pricey for us.
Yeah, when we started doing shipping on the free stuff, like Canada, when we shipped to Taylor, it was like $50-something.
I can't do that again.
So we're not rich. Like a lot of people, we kind of live paycheck to paycheck. And this here actually is going to be a little bit hard for us to start. So what we would like from you guys is you could give us support in many ways. Obviously, you can buy something if you want, but I'd like you to go through the website.
Brian, hint.
Yeah. To go through it and let me know what you think. Like when we're done, just kind of go through it, see what.
Give us back your honest feed. Let us know what we can change.
Or if we need to. We did have people set the site up. So, but there's a lot of background stuff. It took all day yesterday too on things. We're still not done. And we could incorporate it into other forms.
I believe, I don't know if it's quote K cups, Brian, but a
few more.
I think they're just like pods. This one.
There's one for you, Keegan, called the Cowboy Blend.
Actually, it sounds really good.
That's not the right one, Ashley. 12-pack.
Yeah, but
should be.
I believe they're pods. They're not.
I don't know.
Hold on. This one.
She's gonna go on the back part of it and look at that. So it just got done the other day, and we've just been trying to get what we can set up for it. But But anyways, yeah, man, we're kind of excited about it. I mean, it's got our little logo on there. They are single serve capsules. They are K cups.
Yeah, so they're capsules.
So the premium blend, yep, single serve coffee is original roast. So it's a blend of the premium gourmet coffees, makes a rich cup, says. Sealed, no oxygen inside, no air, so the coffee is fresh.
Yes, there are decaf ones as well.
Yep.
But what's the point in drinking coffee if you're drinking decaf?
Who asked?
Brian.
Oh, yeah, because maybe he wants it. Yes, there's decaf.
And there is also espresso. You can get them coarse, espressoed, whole bean, and just regular standard grind. So there are, I believe, like 47 different.
Yeah, there's a
types of
whole
coffee?
ton of different coffees. It's not
I
like
believe. 1, 2, 3. Okay, wait. Collections. 20, 30, 40, 49 different types of coffees on there.
And then the teas are coming. So
yep, and then teas, I believe there's going to be at
6.
Start of 6.
There's going to be 6 different blends on that. That'll be added. We got the email today that's
Yep.
being added. So at some point, it'll just populate up.
You can get them in 12-ounce bags up to 12 pounds of coffee. So we're still kind of...
Yeah, so decaf you can get on there too.
Yes, Keegan, I completely agree with that. It completely defeats the purpose of coffee.
But if that's all you drink, that's okay. Oh, Tim said once he had a heart attack, no more decaf, no more just decaf. Yep. Nice. So there you go. Just check it out and see what you guys think and give us some feedback. And let us know. That's what we would appreciate.
Yes. Actually, I believe we have 1 or 2 of them that is actually like extra strong.
Yeah, you want to stay away from the extra caffeine, the max.
Yeah, max calf.
Obviously.
I don't know if it says. It just says highly caffeinated.
And if you've had heart attacks, stay away from soda because soda has more caffeine in it than coffee.
We do even have cold brews for coffee as well, which you can make any actual coffee into a cold brew, so including decaf, the espressos, things like that.
And at some point we could add more. It's just that trying to get this added has taken quite a bit of time, trying to find, because there's all sorts of companies offering things out there.
I didn't know
but
that. We'll have to get that
yeah,
changed.
it had to really look what?
Oh, the one's page. It blends with the hat.
That's okay. Actually, we'll look at that later.
Yep.
So, anyways, you completely derailed my train of thought, which Keegan's going to run to Walmart to get food. What's that? You got to have food to survive? Yeah. All right, Keegan. Anyways, we wanted to share it with you guys, and if you could, spread the word. Just doing that alone would help because it's going to cost us monthly fees to do this anyways, and so we got to be able to surpass what it costs monthly to do. So at some point, I think that's going to happen, and we'll just be able to get along a little better and try to get to where we were wanting to be in the first place. But this just suits us because it's gamers with coffee, and drinking less caffeine is a good thing.
Yep.
I mean, occasionally I'll drink like the decaf, but this is one thing too. I think they're half calf or they're decaf.
There is one. Yeah.
Let me finish, please, because you keep interrupting me.
And
it's annoying. It's been all day. Anyways, there's 2 different kinds of decaf processing. One is a chemical. You don't want that. These, they use the water processing because the other ones are really harsh chemicals. You don't want to drink what's in the cup when you're done. and I don't even know legally how they allow them to do it, but it's terrifying. So if you're going to buy decaf, then make sure you look for the water. It'll tell you that it's processed with water, water processed, that there's a way to extract the caffeine with water. And that's the safest one. Now, this specifically, when I was looking, they do that. So the supplier that does this it's done safely. So look around for that, because just buying decaf, you may as well drink a cup of poison. In my opinion, I wouldn't buy regular decaf. And I used to order some, this Midnight Owl or something like that, because you could have a cup of coffee before you go to bed. You know what I mean? And it was done a little more expensive, but it was done safely. So that's just what I wanted to pass along on that.
What do you mean by going to bed? I drink coffee straight up and then go to bed.
Yeah,
probably not the best for me, but
no. Well, it depends on how much you get used to it. But if you're worried about caffeine, then cut the soda.
They do have a half calf for some of you want that, or that want to go and, quote, cheat, I guess, technically.
Well,
like Minnie said, he basically kind of once in a while switches, has the caffeine. So, there's one that's half calf, so it's not as strong of caffeination.
Yeah.
I don't think caffeination is technically a word, but
it's something. But
it's caffeinated.
It's just, so we tried to find the best products that we could. At what would be, but you're gonna get what you pay for. You're not gonna go to Walmart and pay $9.99 for garbage. So you can kind of look around, but I'm picky with what I drink, and I'm someone that reads labels these days. You know what I mean? Because my blood pressure and everything used to be way up. I was way overweight. And a lot of it had to do with what I was eating, and not even so much the amounts, but just what you're eating. And then when you look at your food products, you should do that, so that you're making a better choice. Yeah, check it out. So but anyways, go figure. We just thought this would be something that fits with us and something to see. People have all sorts of stuff going on the side, or all these sponsors, or whatever it is they're doing. And stuff. So for us, it's like, well, hell, people are going to buy coffee and tea anyways. So why not try to offer a little bit better and something fresh? So anyways, hopefully you guys think that's a cool idea what we did. There you go. That's what we got going on. And we're pretty proud of it. So just, you can check out, they do have sample packs there.
Yep.
Like the favorites or flavored coffee samples.
I believe it is 6 different 2-ounce. Yeah, 6 count of 2 ounces. So you get it will pick which one, or there you can't pick which ones you want, but it will tell you which ones are in there. And they're all standard grind.
So that's what this says: 6 count 2-ounce sample pack. So
yep.
6 bean, that's a darker roast. Cowboy blend, which is a medium dark.
That's the one I want to try.
That's going to be interesting because it's got cocoa, caramel, and vanilla tones to it. So that should be interesting.
Yep.
But if you click on the description, it'll tell you where it's at, what type of soil this stuff comes out of. So it's not
it's not crap.
Yeah, it's not crap. That's a good way to put it. So there you go. That's just, you can try different samples or whatnot. And we're just going to start trying to share it. If you guys could share it, even if you don't drink the coffee, then that's
Brian
cool, share it.
Already did it. Peru decaf heading my way.
Oh, really?
Wow. Thank you, Brian.
Oh, wow. Well, now we'll have to see how it works because we just launched it today.
Thanks, Brian.
That's cool.
All right. Let's see.
You'll have to go see on
right
the back end where it is. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it says payment pending. Hey, thank you, Brian.
Yeah,
that's
thank
cool.
you.
Well, we're gonna find out exactly how all this
Brian,
works.
did you put the code in for the 10% off, or did you forget?
That's okay. We'll send them pics of Keegan and address. Oh, wait, that's not good. Don't laugh, Tim. It's okay.
That would not.
A
That would
cigar
make me
shop.
want to drink.
Hey, well, Tim, I guess a good cup of decaf coffee and a cigar. I don't know. You know what? The cardiologist told my brother. They said, they told him, I said, it's not that you smoke. He said, go ahead and smoke 1 or 2 cigarettes a day. He goes, I don't care. That won't kill you. It's the fact that you're smoking a pack and a half. He goes, that'll kill you. And I was like, yeah, probably. It's the moderation. I told my brother, I said, you might want to cut that down a little because it's a little bit too much, you know?
Yes, Tim. Brian is literally our first customer.
Yeah, thank you, Brian.
Yep,
We appreciate it. So you'll have to let us know when you get it.
On
What's
how it
going
looks
on?
and all that.
And how we'll have to see how it works. And then the coffee cups are going to be incorporated because we got that little GWC March, but I'm going to just try to put the coffee cups and coffee essentials or beverage essentials, kind of just keep it the same theme. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So we will try that.
Yep, and we're gonna try to get it all into one place instead of having 2 or 3 different ones. I know it's possible, but like we said, we've been working on this all week, at least trying to get this part up because we all drink coffee. There's no way around it. I plan on ordering some in the next couple days when I get a paycheck. That way we have coffee to go a little bit while because we're almost done with ours.
What it all looks like too.
Yep. So that's our next thing. We're working on getting it onto Facebook and Instagram.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah. TikTok as well. TikTok is going to be a little bit more difficult.
You got to have 10,000 followers to do a shop with them. So
one's going to be a little bit.
That's going to take a little bit. We do have 3,300 or 30
something
or
like
that. But we're about 7,000 short.
So we're going to be working on that.
As far as the caffeine withdrawals you said earlier, Tim, for me, well, I kind of just, a lot of times I was getting half calf because it's not even really half. It's usually less. And so you can kind of wean yourself off it. But caffeine is in all sorts of drinks. Like, do you see that water you can buy? It's water with caffeine at like 100 milligrams. I'm like, that's not a bottle of water you want to drink. but they got it. So,
hey,
I pay attention to it, you know. But anyways, that is what we were doing. That is our start, and it's going to expand a little bit, and we'll get to our goal at some point. That's what we're looking to do.
Yep.
So we just wanted to share that with you guys. We did get gaming in today. We did get some oddball painting throughout the week done, but to do this and do it behind it after work, it was just crazy a lot. Oh. You had weeks of bad dreams? Ooh.
I never had a caffeine withdrawal. I stopped drinking Monster pretty much. I mean, I was drinking those like they were soda.
Now, Tim, she was drinking Monsters, and you ended up in the hospital.
Okay. Get it straight. I was drinking Monsters, Mountain Dew, and taking some of those energy pills to stay up working nights.
What did the guy in the ER say about Monster? People die every year.
Oh, yeah.
That. He said, don't drink it. Do not.
Yep, I ended up in the hospital twice.
Then you look at the can. Let's see. There's 3 claw marks that when you find the translations, it's kind of interesting. It's 666 on the can. And then what's it say? Unleash the beast. I'm like, well, maybe you don't want to drink that because it's already telling you this is not necessarily a good thing. And people die from it, but they'll still keep drinking them. I told Keegan then, slow down.
Yep, Keegan drinks them too.
That stuff puts you in the hospital really quick. That and Red Bull. Yeah. So the doctor told her, don't drink those. And the next thing he said, and you're not going to want to hear that, Tim, is stay away from Mountain Dew because of the bromine in it. People get what's called bromine poisoning from drinking too much of it.
Yep.
So only in our country do we allow all this crap to be in our food, poisons and whatnot, and just so they make money. So you got to watch what you're doing, which is why we tried to find all that stuff.
Yep, the caffeine pills.
Yeah.
I worked like 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. So, yeah, I pretty much, for a couple years, I was up on a kick of using those caffeine pills, or no dose, I think is what technically they're called. And then, yeah, Monsters or Red Bull. and a lot of Mountain Dew.
Everything in moderation, right? We all grew up with do something. What'd you just drop?
Oh, that
heavy?
case.
What case? Oh,
If it hit.
good grief! I felt the whole floor shake. So,
or it fell again. You can sit on the floor like that.
Yes, you're gonna scratch up the floor. So yeah, moderation, man. Moderation. You can't overdo it. Like I said. But that's with anything, right? Too much work is not good for you either. You gotta have a break.
All the stress.
Too much stress, yeah. Well, now I'll have to side with you on that, Charles. I'd say everything in moderation except lasagna and carne asada, because honestly, carne asada is steak.
That's straight protein. What are you talking about?
Hold on. Steak comes from cows. Cows eat grass. Therefore, it is a vegetable byproduct. So I'm technically vegan if I eat a steak. That is my mindset.
Oh, wow. I've never thought about it.
What do you say about that, Tim, right? That works.
Oh, my Lord.
It works, though. And I help farmers because the cows are destroying their pasture. So
you're helping vegans in general.
That's right.
They're eating their food.
They're eating everybody else's food that doesn't eat meat. So it's a trade-off. So yes, Charles, everything in moderation except a few things. Lasagna, and my hang-up is carne asada. Like, I love carne asada burritos and tacos. And... Genius. Oh, well, I'm just, I learned a lot from politicians in this country, man. And that's the way I think I'm going to word eating my steak and my meat. See? Because at now I can make it make sense. Like $1. Doesn't seem like a lot. But if you cash it in for 100 pennies and line them up on a table, it looks like you got a lot. Uh-oh, you're going back?
No, I'm just trying to get it to...
Go to the home page. Oh, there you go. So, yeah. Sometimes you got to think a little bit. Beans are good too. Beans are good for you. It's not necessarily good for the person that you're in the house with, but they're good for you.
No, I make him sleep on the couch.
Which, by the way, when you're married and you're threatened with that, just means you're getting a good night's sleep. And you get the couch to yourself. Unless the dog wants to get on the couch. Then you got to fight the... Don't look at me like that. Anyways. Yep. That's our surprise. That's what we wanted to let you guys know about. It's taken quite a while, several months of kind of thinking and looking. And finally, I just told Ashley, I said, well, we're broke. We may as well take the free trial plunge and get in there and get this going. And then worst case scenario, I don't see there's a worst case scenario.
Kind of listen the next couple weeks, and we were able to get it up and going early. So
so I think it'll be good. And
yep. I mean, right before Christmas too. Woohoo!
Well, that was the thing. I was like, if people want to buy, then why not do it now? After the holidays, people are broke or broker, so just was an idea. And so that took away a little bit of time. That's why you haven't seen any new video in the last week come up, because we just haven't had the time. There is so much to do on the back end of this that they make it sound easy. Oh, just do da-da-da, all these companies out there. Well, first you got to find reputable sources. Then you got to make sure they work and yada, yada. And you've got to, you've just got to check on a lot of stuff. And then on the back end, you've got all sorts of things to program and put in. Tim wants to know if you're already thinking of Christmas, Ashley.
Me?
That's what they're already pushing out in the stores anyways.
Honestly, yeah. So, no, not really for, say, Christmas. It's just... It's selling season, so we're going to try to do that. I know we're kind of starting a little late for it, because a lot of the places are already having, like, Black Friday deals.
But overall, because it's that time of year, we thought better to try it now and then get something up there see what it's like for winter and stuff. something to do for now because, yeah, you're putting your outdoor decorations up this week, Mini Warmutt. Nice. Well, if the weather's that nice for you out there, I guess take advantage of it. I mean, our weather's getting a little chilly, but it's not bad. It's bouncing around a bit. So we're supposed to get a little colder, and then
That's what I'm trying to look and see what temperature wise is.
I don't know. I really don't know what it is right now. It was a little bit cold though in the morning, so if you can get your stuff out there, go.
56
go do it.
right now.
It's 56. Mini Warmutt for us. So Charles has fins and jaws glued on zombie sharks. Zombie sharks? And watch Pirates of the Caribbean 5 to see the zombie sharks. Okay. I mean, the abominations are bad enough in Zombicide. I don't know if I want to face a zombie shark. I mean, I think that would be pretty tough to beat. And then we're going to have to see what you're going to do with them, Charles, because if you got...
Number 5.
Number 5, yeah. Uh-oh, Ashley's like, wait, I missed one?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I've seen all the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, Charles has some interesting stuff he always has going on. And he inspired me on the other thing, which, by the way, I've got 2 of 3 of my components. The apes, they're pretty much done. I got a little touch-up on the horse. The Stargate I'm working on, or the portal, or whatever you want to call it. And then the third component, or the ones they're going to be going against, those are in the mail coming. So I will show you those when I get them now. So that's kind of what's going on for there. So that I want to try to get together and figure out what set of rules, or if I'm just going to make up some rules for it. Because I got to thinking, I probably need to go out there to Arizona where Brian is, and he's got all this terrain I could use, the Western terrain. See, I don't have a Western terrain. I'm going to have to dig something up. I mean, I got deserty kind of terrain, I guess I could use. And that's probably what I'll have to use. What you doing over there? You're making lots of noise, Ashley. What are you trying to look up? Pirates of the Caribbean? Oh, good God. You're going to look up Pirates of the Caribbean number 5? She is. She's going to go look for it, Charles. Yeah, true, Mini Warmutt. Dead men tell no tales. And hopefully, I mean, I haven't seen number 5, so...
I've seen them all.
If Johnny Depp's in it...
Oh, okay. That's right. Okay.
You didn't see that then, did you?
No, I didn't even think about it. So basically, number 5 is where it is Elizabeth's and... oh, damn it. Will's son is a grown-up.
Okay.
And he has to go and he found, a girlfriend kind of thing, and he saves everyone. But yeah, it is. It's zombie sharks.
Is Johnny Depp in there?
Yes, Johnny Depp is still...
So I don't think anybody else can play
Captain
that.
Jack Sparrow. No one will ever be able to replace Jack Sparrow in that.
I don't think anybody else would be able to do that role.
No.
Because he's established it.
From what I've heard, now I don't know if it's true or not, is they're going to try to replace him, but as a... basically do one about him, but not with Johnny.
So Tim said you were digging heavy into the alien rules. Well, thank you, Tim, because when you sent me that, or you posted that message on the YouTube channel, and I read that and replied to you. So I'll have to relook at the card, because I was under the impression, and so was Keegan, that because when we drew it, it had to be played. We'll have to figure it out, because if not, otherwise I detonated I did a whole big team, you know what? And if I didn't have to, then that would have been salvageable, I think, for a little bit. And Charles needs to create a harness for his sharks to tow orc boats. Oh, okay, Charles. harnessing zombie sharks to tow orcs without eating the orcs would be a good deal. Page 12, the blue text box. Page 12, he said in the rules. Okay, we'll look for that. Minnie Wormont says, Margot Robbie's rumored to be the next Captain Jack. Well, I don't know. And Minnie Wormont says it's sad. I haven't seen it. We'd have to go rent it or something or watch it because I have not seen it.
I don't think it's the right one. No, that's 2. I got a jar of dirt. I got a jar of dirt. Yeah, that's not the right one.
We'll have to watch it.
I've seen it. Yeah.
I didn't know they
sad.
made a 5th one. You did?
Yeah, I've seen it. I watched all of them.
Okay.
It had Johnny Depp in it. I'm sorry.
I guess Ashley watched it then. Alrighty. No spoilers, Minnie Wormont says. Well, I'll have to look at that, page 12.
But that is actually one series that I do appreciate them keeping every single character that you've come across as the same character. Whoever played it gets to play it again. They don't change it halfway through, because
they have
the person wanted more money or something.
They have a money maker on their hands too, and they really can't just kick all them to the curb.
Oops, wrong button.
So yeah.
Come on.
What are you doing? Don't. Oh, you got the other mouse.
I don't want the bean one. Come on.
Well, hello, go for it, Painting. How are you, sir? We are. Yeah, Tim agrees with you, Ashley. We are actually talking about Pirates of the Caribbean at this moment and the characters.
So they've kept the same, Will the same, Jack Sparrow the same. Even Elizabeth Grant, she only had a small role in number 3 and then nothing, but it was the same characters. So that's what I personally like. I mean, that's always, you get attached to these characters. Either they, the people who play them don't want to come back and they can't replace them, so they kill the character off, or, they try to keep them. It's just.
So Charles says he's going to have orc shamans to control zombie sharks. Okay. Well, there you go. Hopefully they have some strong psychic abilities or something. But if you can control them, go for it. I'd be interested to see the scenario you're going to do with that, Charles. And again, go for it, Painting. We're glad you're here. We're just kind of being our dysfunctional selves. So, but that's how it goes. And we started a coffee shop. Go for it, Painting. So, yep, that's what we were showing off. Resident Evil, Tim says, has been good at keeping the same people.
Actually, they did keep the same people in every single one. Trust me, I'm a big Resident Evil fan. I've played every single one. I've seen every single movie. The only thing I don't personally like about the movies is that they started out good, and then when they started getting towards the end, and number 3 is when they kind of screwed up. If people knew about the games and the order they are played, that's where, to me, it gets
it's different now.
Yeah. They didn't actually keep in, number 4, they actually changed who played Jill. So that was one thing that I did not like. So.
Oh, well, Tim and the rest of you. So you guys, they do have the Resident Evil miniatures board game too.
Yeah, which you still have yet to buy me.
Yep, I have not bought that. Well, I remember when the Kickstarter with it come out and it got funded. So it's still out there, and then some of the reviews I read from a little while back, because it came out a couple of years ago, it was a pretty intense game. It actually was more intense playing it than it looked. So at some point we'll have to check that out too. Tim says it can be a bit wonky, but doable.
Yes, to a point. That, and I do not like some of the way they have tried to like redo the originals. No, the remake of Resident Evil 2 with Claire and Leon, I flat out despise the remake. They basically took from the original, Leon was very manly looking, to the new one, he looks like he's still a teenager. He's very girlish. Hasn't like hit puberty, basically. That's my personal opinion. And then the Resident Evil 8, I have not actually played. That is actually the Resident Evil Village that made Chris into, from what I heard, I don't know, I haven't played it, into the bad guy. I don't like that. Chris was never meant to be a bad guy.
I just said Tim got you started, that's all.
Yes, he did.
She loves Resident Evil. The new Mad Max can't stand, yeah. Sometimes they need to leave things alone and not try to redo them. Oh, so Charles' story is orcs want to repay the humans who invaded the Isles, and the one that wants to be king needs to get schooled. Well, I guess, and here's a punny thing, I guess. You said he needs to get schooled, and you're going to use a group of fish, So my mind is like schooled, funny, because I can see it. A school of fish taking him down. Which?
I'm sorry, not 2, 3 is what I'm thinking of.
So you're over there she's over there looking up Resident Evil.
Yeah, Nemesis, basically.
Yeah. She played all the video games, I think, Tim.
Yep. Starting with the PS. Yes, I did.
Yeah. Back to the Future is a remake? No.
Yeah, I heard they're remaking it.
Are they?
Yeah.
Man, I'm working too much.
That's what I heard. So yeah,
I don't want them to remake
No, it
that.
is 2 that I'm thinking of.
Okay.
That's the remake. Look how young he looks.
Yeah.
So
I didn't know they were
that, and they changed number 3 completely, and there's the original.
Tim agrees with you, Ashley.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's, she knows that Resident Evil stuff from one end to the other, and she's like an expert on that. Could say, Ashley, where'd you leave the grandkids? Well, I don't know. Ashley, what about Resident Evil? And she'll tell you for an hour. So,
I ain't that bad.
That's one of those things. Now, what are you looking at? Oh, Back to the Future, you are.
So, yeah. So they're trying, Michael J. Fox, the original,
yeah,
is trying to make it a gender reverse. No, I'm just saying. So that way a female now is the lead. So I don't know if they're going to make it more of a remake or if they're going to do a different take on it, where Michael J. Fox is going to come in, because Doc is in his 90s now, probably.
I don't know.
I mean, he was pretty old back even when that first started. But that's where they're trying to get it to go. So I'm wondering if it's not going to be Michael J. Fox as kind of like Doc.
Yeah.
Is how.
It could be an offshoot.
Yeah, let's say that's what I'm thinking it's going to be. It's not going to be an actual remake of any of them unless they do cartoon or AI or whatever.
It depends to me how it works out, I guess. Like, you guys all remember Battlestar Galactica, right? So, Starbuck, and then in the remake when they did that years ago. Yeah,
and they're thinking of Tom Holland as Mike. Oh, my brain just went dead. What is his name?
So Charles says he never watched Back to the Future. It didn't appeal to you. Yeah,
Damn, now I
it
can't
was
think of his
just
name.
kind of a fun movie when it came out. I just over the last several years, man, I really haven't watched too much TV or done too much of that. If I got a choice between do I binge watch something from Netflix for 2 hours or do I paint? Well, I'm going to paint my miniatures. So I kind of have prioritized doing the miniatures and that over TVs and stuff. So I'm probably out of the loop on some of the movies, but not a lot of the newer movies either. There's so many of them out, but not all of them. Just a lot of them just don't appeal. Good question, Mini Wormut. And he's asking you, Ashley, why, Ashley, why? Why are they doing that? I don't know why they're changing. I mean, I don't know, dude. But you've watched all this going on in the last couple decades. It's this everything getting switched. So part of the whatever culture, agenda, politics. I don't know.
No, Doc's still in there because I found the teaser.
Tim said he tried to watch Galactic. If they couldn't afford Cylon outfits, forget it. Yeah, I watched it because that's good, Tim. By the way, I'm trying to keep my train of thought and not laugh. I watched it because I wanted to see what they were going to do to the original story. So there's just some things I think
that's my thing is
just need to be left alone. That's just my opinion. Just like leave it alone. Don't try to make it politically correct, or don't try to do this or that, or like the Han Solo Star Wars movie. That thing flopped.
Nope,
I heard enough about it that I'm like, as much as I liked, Han in the movies, I'm not watching it because of all the other stuff I read about it and all the complaints, and they tried to make that
it's Back to the Future reboot.
It's a reboot.
It's a reboot.
Okay.
So
well, there you go. It's going to be a reboot. So I don't know. Well, you'd have to see it and find out if it's any good. I mean, that's all you can do.
Yeah, because the last one was done was 1990. Was the very last one was released.
So just a couple years ago. Oh my God, already. That's a long time back. Reboot equals remake.
Yeah.
Mini Wormut, you're correct.
So yeah, it just says Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd have previously suggested that a gender swap reboot could work. Is what they're wanting. They made a musical for Back to the Future.
A musical? So I wouldn't even bother watching it. It would
Back to the Future, the musical, 2020.
It doesn't even sound like that. Doesn't even sound like something I'd want to watch. So
I would just to get a kick out of it.
Yeah, and Mini Wormut, you're right about it, like I commented a minute or so ago. But I think they like to use the word remake or reboot just because it sounds softer, and I think they should have just left it alone. But we'll see what they do to it. And then Charles says the new Dune you've tried just feels boring. I never really got into Dune. I never finished watching the whole movie.
There's a game.
So I would have to sit down and watch the original movie and then take it from there.
That, and they're supposedly they're redoing Loki again.
And Tim said Marvel likes to do money grabs. I didn't know that. I would have never guessed that, Tim. Yeah, some of it is just all. It's not about anything other than trying to make extra money. And like I said, I keep repeating myself. Some of the stuff they just need to leave alone. And it was good the way it was. Let it be an iconic kind of thing, but they don't. They try to.
There's two of them.
What?
Back to what I was first looking for.
Well, that's different than the other one, Ashley.
That's what I know. That's what I'm saying. There's two of them.
That's the expansion.
The Zombie Shark. Resident Evil 5. 6.
Resident Evil 6?
Yeah, Resident Evil 6 is a zombie
game.
Mm-hmm.
But there's an expansion for it now, too. Miniature Market. Yeah, so Miniature Market's got it. And if it gets too tedious and boring, Charles, I agree with you. I mean, it's gotta keep your attention. So, Tim, I never got to finish the first Dune. It was interesting. I just never got a chance to finish the movie. I don't remember what happened. I remember watching it about halfway through, and then we ended up having to stop whatever we were doing. But
Now,
I don't know.
that's
I don't. I would
Resident
rather
Evil 1.
watch the original just to see first than how much is it there?
This is the newest arrival, which takes place of 1, or I'm assuming 1 because it has the giant snake, but it could be Resident Evil 5, who also battles a giant snake. But it looks like it's in the mansion, which would be 1.
It says Into Darkness expansion, new
Yeah.
arrival. Only 2 left. Oh wow.
Because you have the giant snake and then the giant spider, which is in Resident Evil
See,
3.
some of these box sets you could get for the miniatures, like Minnie Warmuth mentioned a long time ago. You get the miniatures, you can use them in just about anything else.
Oh
too.
yeah, I mean.
So like your things from that Resident Evil box set
Here's
there.
the expansion for number 4 or number 2, which comes with 2 miniatures, but it comes with cards.
The one with Sting, no one liked.
What?
Oh, the Sting was a singer, yeah.
This is the 4th survivor mode, is basically in the Resident Evil 2 box, which is what the Kickstarter was.
So now we got a dual conversation going. Charles watches Dune and Serenity. Boy, I really love the Serenity stuff, and I really thought that was it was cheap, kind of cheesy, but I just liked the whole story was good. And then what do? They made a movie and then they cut it. And people have been clamoring for it to come back and be remade, and the people with the money just don't want to redo it. That's one of the ones I would have, if I, had that kind of money, I would have made that show again. It definitely would have garnered enough fan base to warrant it. Because that's pretty good.
Resident Evil 3? What? What?
Was that card games?
No. I found doors.
Oh, she found 3D printed doors and objects for the games. Oh boy.
79 pieces for the Resident Evil game.
Well, that's not bad. 79 pieces for $71.
Stairs, doors, clues, boxes. I mean, it's everything that's in this box. Yeah. Walls.
Stairs. You could
There's
use that. You could use that and other stuff.
That is straight mansion. That is number 1.
Dune the movie, Keegan. I haven't played Dune the game. Yeah, I noticed they did that, Tim. You ever notice when something starts going strong about the 5th year, they cut it? Or what about? And this is maybe, I don't know. I like the original. When I first saw the Stargate movie, I thought that was an interesting take on just sci-fi. Then they did the series, and I really liked the sarcasm, in the show. They did that for a long time, and then of course they ended that, and then they did Stargate Universe, one series, and I liked that. I thought it was starting to gain. By the time the year was up, I was interested in it, and then they cut it. And never came back.
Barry, Jill, Chris.
Does Team Yankee play?
Yep, I want it.
Well, you'll have to save it then. So
Hunters would never get that. Nope, they're fucking us up. Sorry,
they are. Anyways, Minnie Warmuth said, "Does Team Yankee play the same as Flames of War?" Fairly close. If you can do one, you're going to do the other. Looking at the cards, they look pretty close. And we do more we do more Team Yankee. Flames of War, we've only done here or there. We got the armies. Partially, we're waiting for Keegan to finish his American Army, which at this point probably won't get done for quite a while. Stargate show was pretty good. SG-1, I thought it was really good. I liked the
personally didn't
lead
like
character, Jack. His sarcasm and stuff was cool. And I mean, they just took a lot from mythology. All the gods they fight were all old gods and all the histories and stuff. And they just kind of took old world history and threw a sci-fi adage to it, so people recognize names in the show. But it was interesting, pretty good. Keegan says, "What do you need to finish your Flames of War American Army, Keegan?" Because I've got my late war German Army done. So many warm-up we can play over the internet here.
I don't know how well that one's gonna really work.
Tim says Charles didn't have the original and got into an argument with the designer over the lack of design on the new one. See, sometimes when they redo stuff, there just isn't the same.
I don't like that they're mixing.
Yeah, maybe warm-up. Keegan needs to finish and complete his Flames of War Army.
That didn't come out then.
What are you mumbling about over there?
They're mixing games.
Well, it's okay.
No! Resident Evil 3 did not have these creatures. They didn't come out until... Nope.
Then don't buy the game then.
No! It doesn't work that way. Unless there's scenarios for them in there.
Yeah.
Because they didn't come out until 6. And they're a pain to kill.
Keegan says the half tracks are a pain to build. Charles, Tim says scares him. He's got stuff from the show. Which show? I'm getting confused a bit. But a lot of the old TV series UFO. A lot of the old series they're trying to redo, but yeah, it is interesting. So you just have to wait and see on their remakes or reboots or whatever they want to call them. Sometimes they just need to let things be. The TV series UFO.
I don't remember that one.
Episodes of UFO are on YouTube. Okay, I don't remember that one. I guess I'd have to look and see it.
I mean, their TV series,
like Logan's Run and just some oddball shows. I mean, that's when you had to wait a week though to see the next episode, like Dukes of Hazzard, Battlestar Galactica, all that kind of stuff. You'd waited the week. Dare I say, Little House on the Prairie. Pa was such an upstanding man. Ashley's looking at me funny.
I've seen them all, but
I know. Hey, you think you got it bad? People struggle, man.
Actually, I don't think any of them really struggled out there because they didn't have all the BS that we have to deal with now.
No, but you wanted to knock that Nelly girl right out.
Oh, yes, I probably would have.
Yeah. So, yeah, some of the older shows were interesting, and then some of them you couldn't redo today, though, Tim. I like the climate would be people would be offended at some of the older shows if they seen them. Tim's got a ridiculous library of Blu-ray and DVD. That's okay, man. If you enjoy it, but remembering what you have is interesting. I used to have the Stargate series, and you can ask Ashley. I had like season 1, and which dog was that? Long time ago, chewed my box set with all the DVDs, just destroyed.
Oh, that was my sister's dog that we were watching.
I was just
Hunter, I think.
mortified. It just destroyed them all, and I was like, well, I kind of stopped collecting movies after that. I'm like, that really irritated me. Charles says Space 1999. Yeah, I'd have to go back and watch it. I don't remember a whole lot about that. But what was that other one? Space Above and Beyond, I think is what it was. Was cheesy but interesting. But then again...
Yes, Brian, other than the Indians and getting scalped, but...
What?
Brian.
Yeah, she probably would. But then again, she does have a lot of hair. So resale value. No? Just saying. But yeah, some of the shows where they've redone didn't pan out. No cure for diseases. Only because there's no money in cures, man. If they cured you, you wouldn't make no money, would they? I mean, did I say that out loud? Probably not. Yeah, Tim. Your cable installer just trying to figure out what to do with all that, huh? That's a legitimate question he would have had, though. What did you need cable for? And out here, you don't really need cable. Just go to Walmart and just stand back and watch. You'll see something funny or goofy. Mini warm-up. Yeah, it was rough living back then, that little house on the prairie. I don't think kids today could have done it. Babylon 5. That was interesting. I started watching some. I never got to really get into it, but Star Trek and Star Trek The Next Generation, I watched those. It's interesting. I just don't have the same amount of time anymore, which I don't know why, but seems to me everything is more and more busy. Could you imagine kids today, though, if they had to get out and do that kind of work? I don't even think most of them know what dirt is anymore. They're all face down. I'd be toddlers sitting in shopping carts going like this. And they're maybe 2 years old. They're not. They're just staring at the phone already.
Yeah,
sadly.
Pretty much, unfortunately.
Yeah. What is that bright thing in the sky? It's scary. It's okay. It's called the sun. It shines. If you go outside, you can see it. But it's getting pretty bad, man. That's why I like the miniature stuff. And Charles, it kind of relates up to you because you got an imagination, right? You can be creative and come up with things. Mini Warmut, you come up with stuff. All the trash train you used to do, and one day you'll get back to that. You have a lot of creativity going on in your head, too. Tim binge watched it 3 times in under a year.
I've done that. Not with Babylon 5, but I've watched the same series like 2 or 3 times in under a year, yeah.
I would like to have time to binge watch Peaky Blinders. That's the one thing I want to finish. I started that. I like the story, and I want to binge watch that. But I don't have time to binge watch most anything anymore. However, if you can do it and you enjoy it, go for it. You may as well.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know. It's been a day.
Yep.
You remember too much and get bored, Keegan? Yeah. Sometimes it's better to wait a little bit and then watch stuff. It just depends. It just depends.
Well, welcome back, Keegan.
I see you made it to the store.
And back.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know if he got him back, but.
You started to watch the rest of Dark Shadows. 500 episodes to go.
Wow.
Oh, wow, Tim. That's a lot of episodes, man. But if you can do that, maybe invest in like a really nice set of chairs for you and your wife, like with built-in heat and massage motors.
You would never get through the freaking series or the episodes.
They would have to
They'd be asleep.
They'd have to have an adjustment for auto rock. So the massage and the heat would go in and it would auto rock you just a little bit.
You'd be out in 2 seconds.
I would be. I'd be done. But you could at least sit back and watch your show. in style and comfort. Yeah. That's a lot of episodes. And sometimes you don't realize how many episodes these shows have had. Some are way too short, like we talked about, and they canceled them. And others, I don't realize that they went that long. But, jeez.
Well, I mean, that Bones series I watch, there were 25 or 26 episodes in each season, and there's 12 seasons, so you do kind of the math. That's over 400 episodes.
Tim says there's 1,200 because it was a daily soap opera. The full set on DVD is about $600.
Ouch!
Well, it's about the price of 2 starter sets from Games Workshop. So.
Depending on the starter sets, yeah.
Do bright lights bother you? You know, the outdoor lights. How many more? What's asking? Yes, Brian, they do, Tim says. Charles, you watched and listened to Asian soap operas.
That's called anime. No, I'm joking.
Anime. You made it funny. Woo! All right.
Johnny Depp did a Dark Shadow? I'll just try to see that one. I don't think I've seen that one.
See, maybe where Mike Keegan says paintbrushes bother him.
Yeah, because he can't paint.
He tries.
He tries, I'll give him that, but it looks like a kindergarten did it.
Oh, SmackDown already. Oof. Now she's waiting for the response. Get the Chargers. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about the ones Charles was talking about. But it depends. Like, I don't know. There's so much stuff going on. Just trying to find the time to get it all sorted out. Like I said, like for me too, the job changed, and I'm training a person for the job I was doing while still trying to do the other job, and just a lot of stuff always. So I'm waiting for the upcoming holidays, not because I'm so much of a holiday person, but I get days off, and that'll be nice.
Wait, you think you're gonna sleep?
No, I don't know about sleep, but maybe I can get some stuff done. Sleep is overrated. Do you guys ever remember watch Married with Children? Any of you? Al Bundy, he's a famous guy. One of his quotes was when he donated blood, you don't really need all that blood. Your brain just has to be damp. So as long as I keep my brain damp and some rest, I'm good to go. You got to work on your day off tomorrow, Mini Warmutt. That sucks. I was supposed to have a day off Friday, and
yeah, that didn't happen.
They called me in anyways to work, and I had the day off because I had worked too much over, and they don't like to pay overtime, so you're supposed to take the time off. So I approved all that,
and then you ended up having to go in anyway.
Anyways.
Yep.
$600 for the campaign for North Africa.
Well, because Tim said he was gonna. All the episodes were like $600,
yeah,
$1,200. That's why Charles, I think.
I know that. Well, yeah, you can get that. You have to bundle your stops. I thought you did landscaping. But if you're doing delivery, then you know what, May Warmutt, you probably ought to just sell your landscaping business and go drive part-time for Amazon in your area. Then you would know.
He'd get a whole truck to himself.
A whole truck. Then you'd know when your shipments were coming. And I could just see him kind of checking boxes. Woo, sounds like a game.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. What's that there?
Right.
But I don't know. $600 for one. The problem with $600 is most gamers don't mind doing it. It just depends on if you have the funds to do it all at once.
Yeah, see, that's our problem.
Because you know that $600 is a mark we've all surpassed in the games. Just generally not all at once. But if you got it, you could get it.
I just dropped my glasses.
Most excellent shoe salesman. He was a great shoe salesman.
Asshole.
No, he was just funny. He just called it like it was.
Again, he was an asshole.
Stop with the cussing. I tell her all the time. But yeah, he was interesting character. Now what are you looking up? If you're ever bored, just look up the short clips for Married with Children, and you'll get a kick out of it. Although it might not survive in today's climate, but kind of like those older ones. My grandparents used to watch like Archie Bunker and some of these other shows when you were a kid. You'd see. I know today people would just flip out over that stuff. They would be huddling in corners probably with Kleenex crying, and it would be not good. Interesting times. Yeah, it would be this day and age, Keegan. But I'm telling you, Al Bundy, it was just hysterical. And they just had some dumb comedy. When his daughter he asked her, why you cutting letters out of the newspaper? And she says, well, I need $50K for a car, so I'm going through the newspaper, and she's cutting the letter K out until she got 50 of them. Then she was going to go to the store. So, I mean, it was just dumb funny. I don't know, Tim, but I do know that some of those shows like Sanford and Son and, oh my God. I can't remember that. Well, it was Alice. Or no, Mel's Diner. It was, I can't remember the other one with, my God, it slipped my mind. My grandpa would watch all the time, and it was, they always sang the song Moving On Up. And it was just an interesting show. And I just, looking back on those and the way they talked and the jokes they did, boy, today, I don't think a lot of people would be able to handle it. But, we were kids and, nobody cared. Yeah, the Jeffersons. That's correct. The Jeffersons. Yeah, because he had his own cleaner business. Yep. Chico and the Man, I remember that barely. But, yeah, it was the Jeffersons. I used to go out to Oklahoma when we were kids and stay at my grandparents' house. They only had 2 channels. And it was either golf or news. And it was they watched the Jeffersons. They watched All in the Family. They watched Mel's Diner. Were they all created by the same guy, Tim? Wow. Okay, that's pretty damn interesting. I didn't know that. I mean, but I could see where it would be possible for them to all be created by the same person. But that's what I'm saying. You don't have that. You don't have that today. And some of those are not going to be remade either, you guys. I don't see them trying to remake some of that. But, yeah. So there you go. We had some people stop by from Twitch that jumped in on our dysfunctional show.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's been interesting. I was hoping Mythos was able to show up today, but I don't know what he's doing. And Brian from Weird World War II. I remember George Jefferson having a specific type of conversation with Archie Bunker at some kind of party. I remember parts of that episode. I don't want to say too much out loud because, it just don't need to get censored for something. But yeah, it was interesting. I just don't see him redoing some of that stuff. But I do miss Married with Children, man. That was a show I really liked. I could relate to that. Oh, Taxi. Yeah, I forgot about that one, Mini Warmutt. I forgot about that one. Yeah, books have changed too, Keegan. Everything's been restructured for your safety. Charles found it on eBay for $900. Wow. Hill Street Blues. What was the other one? Wasn't the two girls they watched? Laverne and Shirley. Laverne and Shirley. Yes, Keegan, for your safety. That's what they always tell us. What is that? I don't know. It's censorship reworded nicely. That's what that is. Yep. I think it was Laverne and Shirley. Don't worry about it, Keegan. Just worry about OSHA when you're out there. Oh, Cagney and Lacey. Holy crap, I'm remembering things now I didn't remember from before. Because my brain's been inundated with too much stuff, Mini Warmutt. What was that? Okay, Tim. Thelma and Louise. I seen that movie. You know what I thought of? I thought of this is just a hardcore version of Laverne and Shirley. When they went off that cliff in the car, I would just picture Laverne and Shirley. I don't know why, but my mind drew comparisons to it. And then what about Chips? Do you remember Ponch and John?
Really? That just made me feel old.
I'm sorry.
Because the ones you mentioned before, I have no idea what that was. And then you said that one.
Chips? Yeah. Well, at least you didn't go, what do you mean? Is that with cheese? Unless so, at least we know appropriately. Tim's just laughing. Yep. I did. My brain drew comparisons. The greatest American hero, G.I. Joe. I mean, G.I. Joe had some good lessons to learn, like knowing is half the battle. Believe it or not, you're walking on air. Wow. Like an air mattress? Is that it, Mini Warmutt? I don't know what he means. Oh, Tour of Duty. Yeah, that was interesting, Charles. Oh, the other one that was interesting, that was kind of corny, but was interesting to watch was Over There. The one called Over There. Oh my God, Adam 12 in emergency. One Adam 12. Yeah. That was the greatest American hero TV show. I don't remember that one, Mini Warmutt. But see, there's all sorts of stuff you start thinking of when you're talking about it, and then they've just all been replaced. And honestly, a lot of the newer stuff really, it doesn't interest me. I tried watching some of that stuff over the last several years. I'm like, nah, it's just not things I'm interested in, I guess. You could always play the song You're Walking on Sunshine, Mini Warmutt. That way, you at least have your path lighted for you. See, because walking on air, you can't really see that. But walking on sunshine, your path is lighted. Wait, that would make Mini Warmutt enlightened, right? Because the sun will be shining on him. Yeah, there we go. See, something helpful of the conversation, right? Why are you shaking your head over there? You're not embarrassed of me, are you? Oh my God, she's giggling.
No, I'm not embarrassed of you.
Light burns.
Yes.
Good one, Tim. That's right.
Ugh.
Well, I don't know. I think Keegan's probably sitting there going, what are they talking about? Yeah, YouTube is going to censor a lot of stuff, Benny Wormuth. That's why I try to tell Keegan and Ashley, be careful. Oh, Benny Wormuth has a question for you, Ashley.
Oh, God. Ashley, search for...
She's got the, what do you want her to look for? The greatest?
American Hero?
American Hero. Okay. Ah, you spelled the greasiest. You need to retype. That's not the greasiest American Hero. That's got to be like.
No,
somebody else.
I clicked the button. It just didn't go in action.
It started autofilling. The greasiest. I'm like, no, not the greasiest hero. There you go. The greatest American hero. Oh. The theme song, you said. 1981 to 1983.
Opening.
They're going to play it. Oh, he got abducted by aliens. She's watching it. Or they gave him a suit. Huh. Oh. He's having trouble flying. Okay. She's watching the introduction to it. So, yeah.
I'm losing brain cells.
A suit, no instructions. Yep, that's what it is. He has a package suit, no instructions.
Yeah, I'm losing brain cells.
It made it 3 seasons. Wow. I don't know. All sorts of shows, and then there was Beverly Hills 90210. You
Yeah,
could
that
put
was at
this
least
guy
funny.
on. I wonder if they could make one about Iowans that play games. I don't know.
Dukes and Hazards.
Check the thumbnail below it, he says.
What thumbnail?
There's several.
What am I supposed to be looking for now?
Joey Scarberry. They changed the main character? Oh,
When?
I don't know.
Wait, what? Check.
Joey Scarberry. Just
I don't know
type
what
in.
Minnie's talking about.
Yeah. There you go, Charles. It's a great song. It'll make you happy.
On what?
She's trying to find it, but on what she's come up with is like the video and then a bunch of little thumbnails for introduction videos. Oh, Charles, you disliked Friends? Yeah. I guess when you stop and think about it, there was an awful lot of shows that have come and gone, and not all of them were very good. Boy, there's a whole bunch for that Greatest American Hero that she's pulling up. Oh, okay. Tim says the greatest American hero changed the main character, and that canceled it. Well, see, I don't understand why, if any show, and I don't know anything about that one, but if it was doing good and then you changed it and it got canceled, I mean, maybe they should have left it alone. There you go. She found it. It's gonna play the song. She
It's
found
just a
it.
song.
Mini Warma. Yeah.
If that's all he wanted me to do, I mean,
Hold on. He said to check your messenger.
I
Okay. All right, Mini Warma. She is.
it's just a song. I know. That's literally, it's just a song.
Unstoppable. Oh, that's
No,
a good
that's
one.
mine. Somehow it got switched over. Yeah.
She got it.
I've listened to it twice. I'm not listening to it again. That's not kind of my theme songs. I don't like that kind of music.
Don't worry, May Warmont. When she's asleep, I'll play it in the background. She can hear it while she's sleeping. Maybe you'll get up and like be in a good mood and dance and embrace the daylight and maybe hug little creatures that are outside, woodland creatures.
Are you done?
Huh? I guess so. Yeah, I remember the song when she played it there. I remember hearing it. YouTube is killing poor May Warmont. Yeah. Any time you try to say something, May Warmont, it's gonna censor you. Hey, Mr. Gotti, how are you, sir? Happy Sunday to you too. Because every Sunday is a good Sunday. Only thing that sucks about Sundays is the next day is generally work. But yeah, we're glad you stopped by and said hi. We are talking old TV shows, sir. And if you look on the screen, we started our own little coffee thing you can check out if you'd like, Mr. Gotti. Oh, no, I don't know. Many more months. Oh, you did, Tim? You saw Air Supply with the wife? Well, that's cool. Yeah, I don't know what, I mean, you can say some things that you would think would be inherently just wrong, and then other stuff they just let go. That's kind of what upset us with TikTok the one day is there's some people talking about terrible things and stuff, and that don't stop you. But you talk about Warhammer, holy cow, boom, stopped you right there.
Well, yeah, because it's the W word. Doesn't matter if it's not what you're meaning.
Yeah. That's because they don't pay for the good AI. The good AI is smart. Stupid AI is just that. It's stupid.
Yeah, it's whacked.
It's whacked.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's just certain words they don't allow. It is kind of cute, though, that they'll say it's for the greater good. Actually, they just don't want to get sued. It's for our community protection. No, it's because you don't want to get sued by somebody in the community, so you just restrict everything. But it is what it is. It makes it difficult sometimes to talk about even normal stuff. Like I've seen people just talking about news events that are like legitimately happening, and then they'll get
yeah,
shut
agreed,
down.
Tim. It's extremely hard on any of the wargamings between fictional and realistic. It's all
that, and when you're doing wargaming, right, you're going to bring up certain things that legitimately happened.
But you can't see those.
But then and especially if you want to do any back history to some stuff, which a lot of times I've wanted to, and I've just thought, no, I really can't do a little bit of back history. I'm like leery of what I could and couldn't talk about, so it's just it just sucks, really. It should be like this in life, I think. If it offends you, then don't listen to it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, you don't have to listen to something. So but not now. I don't know. We learned after that 10-day ban on TikTok not to.
Yeah, don't get me started on that one.
Not to even talk about certain types of the gameplay within Warhammer, because that's just doing it. And Mr. Gotti, that is a good point. You don't play the historical. So imagine,
even if it's not just historical, it's certain words that the AI picks up on that it's I don't know.
Yeah, it's really hard, Mr. Gotti, to talk about wargaming. You could say wargaming, but then if you start talking about certain aspects that are factual, that have to do with maybe historically being accurate and playing a game, or they really hammer you. And if you're trying to, I don't know, sci-fi or do something else, like Mr. Gotti, we were just talking about Warhammer, and that's literally all it was. And we got kicked for 10 days because somebody said that they would do something to so and so's, army, which is what you're supposed to do and that you talk about all the time. But nope.
Yeah, even today we got warned.
Yeah, the ban was BS, Keegan. And Mr. Gotti says, "Oh, you got permanently banned a year ago on TikTok with no warning for no reason."
Wow.
But see, that's probably because you were talking about historically correct things that happened. And so they're supposed to teach the stuff in school, right? So you learn from history, because if you don't learn from history, it repeats itself. But they don't. Now I'd like to give some historical background on the other day. I found an older video, and it was just kind of on World War II. And I'm like, this would be interesting to incorporate in our tanks. And then I was thinking this morning, I'm like, man.
Hold on.
I don't know.
Charles is leaving. Have a good night, Charles. Thank you for showing up.
Oh, yeah, Charles, take it easy, man. Let us know what's going to go on with the zombie sharks, because that's kind of cool. Yeah, many warm up, but what do they tell you, right? To the victor writes history. We've all heard that. That's what it is. So that whoever wins makes the rules, and the rest of us just have to
follow it, unfortunately.
Eat it, because not enough people are gonna want to give up what they got, and they know it. So yeah. So now you just got to be careful. Like I was telling her earlier, don't curse. It's not that somebody's gonna get offended, but it's just one more thing you got to learn. Try not to do too much. Well, you're exactly right, Keegan. But that's not the world we live in. So
no matter how much we wish it was.
So we just try to be careful about what we do, which is sad, because then you have to self-censor yourself. So they've really got a great system in place. People censor themselves in order to not lose what they worked for. It's actually brilliant, but it sucks at the same time.
It's one less thing that the AI has to go and take care of.
Yeah, but if Gotti was banned, he didn't. All the stuff I watched from him, there's nothing, or what he does, nothing would be bad. It's that you
said something against what they want.
You can't even talk about things that happen, literally.
Nope. Unfortunately not.
But yeah. Yep, Keegan, but what is YouTube and what is TikTok? What is Instagram? What is Facebook? They all toe the line, man. It's all corporate entities. So, most everybody knows that. You just, not much you can really do.
You can complain, you can, bitch and all that, but nothing will happen.
Damn, Mini Warmont got 10 Saxons painted during the show.
Ours?
Yeah, nice. Nice. I didn't get anything painted this show. So yeah. Well, that's cool, Mini Wormut. That's cool. Yeah, Tim, I guess it'd just be nice to talk about something as simple as gaming without having to worry about
having to censor ourselves.
Yeah, it's just gaming. I mean, war games are going to be a little bit, rough. Oh, Tim wants to know with color mini Warmat, or did you just base coat them? And Keegan, you've got one more mini prime for Alpha Strike. Yep. Keegan's got some buildings that he's been printing for Alpha Strike too, so we'll do a game of that here shortly to end off November because we spent November on aliens.
Yep. Next
Tim,
week we'll be going over kind of what we thought of it and things like that. But next week is our last.
Oh wow, fully painted, and you're correct, Tim. So next Saturday we might just do a little sit down and talk about the game. You're more than welcome to hop on too, Tim, if you want. I know you like aliens or Mini Warmat or any of you. So we're just going to kind of go over and review it, not quote a game, but mostly just set it out on the table and just chit chat about it for a little bit. Yeah, you got a paint challenge in January. Are you in, Ashley?
I have to see what I have left to paint.
I have things to paint. I got to paint an entire. Well, I got to paint all the Team Yankee militia.
I mean, I don't know how much. I mean, I got all the Zombicide stuff that
I'll probably put those in.
Us, but other than that, I don't know if I have much really to paint.
Well, right here on the desk, you can't see. There's 24 of the Russian troops for Team
Yeah,
Yankee.
that's what you're doing.
Then I'll finish them off. Well, now what it is I've got to finish off, and I don't have to, but I paint the straps that hold their bags, the pouches, the slings on the rifles and whatnot. So I'll get all that painted. Then I touch up their little base, and then I'll glue them.
Nope, that was your project.
Tim or Mini Warmat's doing 3 drawings at the end. I might just hold off because I'm not gonna have time in the next month to start it, so I might just hold off on doing those and a few others. But
what is it going to be? The first to the third, or is it going to be?
It's January. Yeah.
January is okay. Then I will stop painting because I got a couple the alien guys I can still do, and then all this all those expansions that he sent us for Zombicide, like the special guests and things like that. Because I'm trying to think. The Invader box is all done.
That's good, Mini Warmat, because that way it allows you to get in on other people's if they do it. And sometimes those painting challenges go in spurts where, like, you'll do it, someone else will go, oh, that's cool, Mini Warmat done it, I'm going to do it. And then before you know it, there's paint challenge after paint challenge, and those kind of ride, and then they die off a little. So if you just do it twice a year, I think that's good. I think if you did it, you don't want to overdo it because other people will be doing them too. That's why we don't. Well, so far we haven't done any painting challenges. I mean, it's hard enough just to get in with everybody else. But they're fun if you have something to do. I've got stuff to do, and see, I knew you'd like that 15 millimeter, Brian. I knew it. I'm glad you got into it. That's just your payback for getting me into Zombicide and that stuff. But you'll like it. 15 millimeter has a lot of cool terrain. You could do a lot of your trash terrain for it too.
Yep.
And it's fun. It's a fun size to do. 28 millimeter is good too. I mean, I like that. They're easier to paint, but when you're doing like war games and you're running armor and tanks and stuff, like bolt action's pretty big. It's much larger. I just prefer the 15 millimeter size. It's just a lot easier to field like an army on the table. Of course, you can go smaller, but like you said, grains of rice, some of it's small, like tanks. I got all those little boxes of 6 millimeters I'm going to paint up, but I'm not going to try and paint 6 millimeter troops. I'm going to save it just for tank battles, 15 millimeters for the lighthearted. It's a good way to take a break from the real minis. Ha ha ha. Well, I don't know. On these little guys here, I mean, the hat's one color. the beret is. There's another color on the beret. There's the skin tone. There's the skin backwash. There's the uniform, which is a couple colors. And then there's the straps and pouches, another color. Then there's the weapons, another color. And there are boots. So, you know, there's a whole ton of colors that go into this little teeny tiny guy that you got to take your time doing. Or I've seen people go, well, yeah, it's painted and there's 2 colors and a shade. That's not really painted. It's just coated. You could throw it on the table. But I can't do that for some reason. I want to do that.
I mean, look at the Americans ones I did for Keegan. Those were a pain in the freaking...
Maybe 4 brush strokes. Yeah, we'll go with that, Mini Warmut. It takes at least that many paints or more, and that's not counting your shades. But it does make a big difference. Or 15 millimeter is nice to do just what I said. So I've seen people just kind of spray them or paint them one color and then shade them and they're ready to go. Maybe they paint the equipment. And you could do that too. But these Russians are pretty specific with their berets and the emblems and all that. So, but trying to do it on something smaller, man, there's I don't think I could do. That's 15 millimeters a little harder to do than 28. 28's nice because it's easy to see all.
Yeah, they're pretty big.
Yeah, but you got a ton of painting to do, sir. So now that you got Flames of War, I'm telling you,
he's gonna be busy for a while.
You'll like it. It's a pretty fun game. Well, we are going to have to wrap this up. It's 6 o'clock. You're going to do that. And I appreciate you guys coming by.
Brian, thank you for our first order through you.
Yeah, thank you, Brian. And we'll see how it works on the back end. Because it says it's processing. So it'll give us an idea of how
long it takes,
how it's going to work, and what we have to do.
Yeah.
And so I'll leave with this. Mini Warmut's right. Finding the time to game is hard. And in this type of gaming environment, you spend more time building and painting than you do playing. That's just the way it seems to be. But, you know, we got to figure it out somehow. So thank you for checking out the coffee shop. You guys, give us your feedback. Let us know if you find flaws or what you think. Share it. We would appreciate you sharing it. And we'll do the aliens thing next week. So Tim, if you want to hop on, I know you like to say things about aliens. You know, you can jump on. We can bring you on, or Mini Warmut, or Keegan, or anybody else. But we're just going to kind of sit and discuss it. And it better be Mini Warmut because I staked my name on it, and I think it is. There's a lot of reviews. There's a whole bunch of suppliers, but it's like anything else. You got to dig through to really find. You got to find something. You can't just throw whatever up. So it should be. All right.
All right, guys. We're going to take off. You guys all have a good night.
Have a good night, and thank you, guys.
Yep.
Let's see. Oh, do the ending now.
Yes, I will do the ending. Bye, guys.